What is up, what ifs? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Bo, and today we're gonna be checking out some crazy, strange videos that might make you say, hey, that happened to me before. So you're gonna wanna stay locked in, because you ain't gonna believe this.
The Illuminati, needless to say, had motives of their own. There is no God but man, and the slogan before it was Qualis was in fact the Auto Templi Orient. Its modern form was created by amalgamating Lepid Eagles Revive Illuminati from 1888. The Illuminati, before it started and started ruling the world, the Moors put this in. It means Illumin ones. So don't get this mixed up with the people that's running the world. But the original Illuminati was the Illumin ones. It was established by the Moors when they set up the Knights Templars, the York Rite, Scottish Rite, and all your Masonic organizations in Europe. They set up the Illuminati in Bavaria, but it was the Moors that did it.
Real interesting information.
All right, so now we see these three National Guard members do have their 9mm pistols on their hip. So here you have it, the armed National Guard. Now, what is National Guard going to do with their pistols? Who the fuck knows? Because you can't turn it on American citizens, right? So you've literally armed our guard for no reason. This is just asking for escalation. This is just asking for something to go wrong. You know, when I was in the Army, negligent discharges happen all the time. So how many of these National Guard who are not used to having their M9 on their hip going to ND in DC? We don't know. This is absolutely irresponsible. This is absolutely misuse of our service members. And this is just to intimidate the American people. Our American military is not here to intimidate its own people, but that is how they're being used.
Man, you know what? I look at stuff like this and I be like, why don't people just go home, walk past the National Guard like they don't see them? Why is the National Guards being deployed to try to keep crime down is such a big thing? I don't understand it. To be honest with you, I think we need the National Guard in a lot of cities. I think especially us black people, we are so hypocritical when it comes to somebody else that ain't our color trying to help our communities, right? Because we ain't doing nothing. Last time I checked, I ain't seen no black people in the hood or in the neighborhood trying to fight the crime. I ain't seen nobody. Strange, man. It's real strange times.
We are here, man. We are here and we're going to stay here. As long as the military is in Washington, D.C., we will be in Washington, D.C. Girl, I may have to intervene in a second. Let's see how it goes. He's talking shit. So if he does slap her, I'm going to go straight to his ass. I'm telling you right now, chat. If he hits her, I'm going straight to his ass. I'm going to show you exactly what happened if somebody fuck with a black woman here. I'm going to test his ass out right here in front of these National Guardsmen. So understand that shit. If he fucking hits that black woman, I'm going to beat his ass in front of everybody. Hey, bro, if you spray her ass, you go get your ass whooped. I'm telling you right now, if you touch that powerful black woman, I'm gonna go to your ass. I'm telling you right now, bro. I'm telling you right now. If you touch her, your ass is getting beat today. Okay? I don't think those National Guard are gonna be able to get me off your ass before you lose consciousness. Do not fuck with that black woman. That's your first and only warning. Do not fuck with her.
This shit is literally screaming race war. Black people literally had nothing to do with this shit. Why are they down there? Why? Let the white folk deal with this shit. If the black woman wasn't there protesting something that don't even affect her, how does the National Guard being deployed to keep a city safe or make it safer affect you in a negative way? Let me know. Please, somebody let me know.
This shit is crazy. So instead of the National Guards just being there unarmed, they are now armed.
That's stupid. What's the point of them being there if they gonna be unarmed? Nigga, it is armed YNs walking around these motherfucking cities right now killing each other or waiting on one of us innocent bystanders to get in the fucking way so we can get shot. And you telling me that they shouldn't be armed?
In Washington, D.C., y'all. I'm just confused on what's the change. Why are they armed all of a sudden? What the hell is really going on in D.C.? I'm hearing since the National Guards came, 40 people are getting arrested per day. And they're trying to make that number jump up higher. I understand.
You know why people getting arrested? Because they over there and interfering with these folks' situation, whatever the fuck they got going on. As a citizen, if I see the National Guard and I'm walking past them, I'm going to keep walking my black ass. I ain't got nothing to do with what's going on here. I'm going to keep going doing what I got to do to have whatever good time I was having. I'm going to keep doing that. People like to get involved in shit. I don't understand, man. I don't understand, bro.
Understand they did clean up the city in certain spots where it's not a lot of people standing around and all that. But y'all, think about it. If they did that with no armed patrols, why are they arming them? I'm so confused. How is
people could turn violent? And in violent cases, some people have to be snuffed out. It is what it is. Don't provoke these people, man. And who in the hell said that our National Guards can't be deployed when there is a crisis going on in our city, in our country? Man, we ain't fixing it. Come on, man. We have been conditioned by all these TikToks and this social media told us that they was gonna start a civil war and how the president's going to declare martial law. The only way martial law will be declared during this time is if we go out there trying to start shit. As long as you keep doing what you're supposed to do every day and don't fuck with nothing, you ain't got to worry about that. There is no reason for martial law to be triggered. Why can't it be that simple, man?
this about safety? You don't just bring 2,000 National Guard troops in and arm them with weapons unless something big is at play, something on a board. So y'all gotta ask yourself, is this about protection or preparation for something way bigger? I feel like this is a power trip. This shit is crazy, y'all.
As y'all can see at the bottom of the video, I give credit to the people that do these videos, whether I agree with them or not. But it's videos like these that spark fear and spark anger and angst amongst the people because they have such a big influence. They using that influence to toy with people's emotions and make them think that, oh, yeah, something is big is about to happen. We need to be down there protesting. Let's go down there and start some shit. While they sit at home and collect a check. And my videos barely do goddamn views. And they barely do views because I ain't inciting nothing. I'm trying to be on some positive shit. It's crazy, man.
They tell you this to your face. Black Hispanics between 14 to 21. They must get stopped.
At the end of the month, these officers, whoever don't have that arrest or those few summonses, they're pressured to find something. You might not see nothing. You're supposed to be visible. You might not see anything, but you go hunting, like bounty hunting for an arrest. Locking up some old guy, some homeless guy, finding somebody who's riding a bicycle on the sidewalk, who's spinning, and you bring him in.
The problem is when you go hunting, when you put any type of numbers on a police officer to perform, we are gonna go to the most vulnerable.
The most vulnerable.
Of course, we're gonna go to LGBT community. We're gonna go to the black community. We're gonna go to those people that have no vote, that have no power. If we start doing what we're doing in Midtown Manhattan, a phone call to the mayor's office is gonna be made. That's gonna be the end of it.
We're the predators, they're the prey. The worst thing you can have is a police officer that needs an arrest for the month.
So you're all minorities. How does that make you feel?
It's horrible.
This is something coming from the top that trickles its way down, and this is why we're all here today.
You know, this ain't nothing new. We been knew this shit. We know what the police officers are trained to do and who they train to target. This is obvious shit. This is shit that's obvious. But those officers, and I'm sure this is an old video, they were the only ones to step up and say something about it. Now, what happened to these officers after this? I don't know. Yeah, the Tinkerbell, ain't it? Man, that's some sort of holographic screen. I'm sorry, bro. Yeah. When whatever's in the sky starts to come down and touch the ground, then yeah, we got something to be worried about. But as long as it stays in that sky and it never comes down, it's just a hologram.
Did y'all see how Nebraska is looking right now? I'm gonna say something without saying it, but I hope y'all catch on. Look at this shit. Check this out right here.
Now the camera every once in a while moving around too, but that is a lot of lightning. And that's accompanying winds of 60, 70, even up to 90
Listen.
in the eastern part of Nebraska. So unfortunately, I was just checking on the power outage situation. We're talking about, about 18,000 customers that are without power across Nebraska due to these powerful storms.
So they had a storm in Nebraska, a storm where 18,000 people lost power. But did you see how that lightning was lightening up in the sky? You probably didn't see, right? I got another video. Look at this shit. Again, look at this right here. Tell me, what do you think this is? What does that look like to you? So we're going to play a game. I'm going to ask you a question, and you're going to answer it in the comments. Who did the Pentagon say was coming back in 2 years? And after you answer that, I want you to answer this. Did that look like lightning to you in the sky? And if it didn't look like lightning to you in the sky, I want to ask you this. In the comments, let me know what you think that looked like. Because it didn't look like what they're saying it is to me. Then I want to ask you this. Has there been any strange things going on where you live? Because ever since a couple of different things happened here, it's been a lot of strange things going on. Things that I've never seen before in my life. Things that you never saw before in your life. So whatever strange things has been going on where you're from, I need you to put that in the comments. Because there's certain things that I can say and that I can't say. But what I will say is this. We all know the truth. And the truth happens to be right in front of our eyes. And it looks like those times.
I literally have nothing to say.
You think aliens are coming? Or you think, baby, I think they will. Did you see some of these people walking around? You like, okay. Okay. I see you not swallowing. I see you not swallowing, baby. Yes, indeed. Why? You ain't blinked in 6 minutes. I saw that. Yeah.
Well, if you're going to go there, then I'm going to go right there with you because I've been faking like I didn't see that. But yeah, I really go there all the time. Yeah, I don't even think half of these people on TV or whatever we're seeing, I don't even think they're human. It might be some AI shit they cooked up to get us to look over here while they're stealing all our money. But, I don't even know if they're real human. I don't know if they're alien or what, or if they're, I don't know.
I want y'all to look at my neck. I got a fat neck. You see that, Rosa?
I do. Look at mine. It's all right. Go.
If y'all see another Monique and that neck ain't fat.
Are you saying that you think they take people out and clone them and put a robot in their place?
Well, this is what I'm saying. I don't know what they doing. What I know is our eyes, it's like you almost saying, are my eyes deceiving me? Am I saying what I think I'm saying? So I don't know what they're doing. I'm just telling y'all, if you see me and my neck ain't fat.
Boy, I miss Roseanne's show and I miss the Parkers, bro. I mean, luckily we got reruns, but yeah, those were some good old days.
Most of you have noticed some things that are happening. First of all, the days are flying by. Time is speeding up. How many of you have noticed that? You're not imagining things. Time is speeding up. They're finding also that there seems to be longer days and nights, or you're really not sure what. You're seeing the moon out there bigger than you've seen it probably in I don't know how long.
And we speak right
Hold it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speak right into
You're seeing the moon out there now bigger than what they call a harvest moon because the moon is changing. We now have, well, I don't want to get the explanation. Let me just go along with these things that people are saying, why is this happening again?
That's Dr. Delbert Blair. I wonder if he's still alive, man. I read a lot of his books.
To the war machine in the Pentagon. And the Pentagon is operating under the control out of bankers from the Federal Reserve out of DC. So in order for us to take it all back, they have to deploy the National Guard. I had another video about a year and a half ago, and I was like, when they roll out the National Guard, tell y'all children to honor the curfew, not because we scared of them, but because they finna give it to us. They finna give it all back to us. And the easier it is to make the transition, then the smoother everything go, the faster we can get it back. But when we put up a fight, when somebody trying to do something to assist you, like a drowning person, you can't go and pull a drowning person out head on. You got to come up behind them, because if you don't, they gonna drown you while they drowning. It's the same philosophy. I've been walking everybody through the continuity of government over the last 5 years. And about 2 years ago, I started telling y'all we're at the beginning of the end of the continuity of government. Then earlier this year, I said we at the end of the end game now. And that's when I was able to say, okay, based on the movements of everything going on in the government, they about to roll the National Guard out before September.
Okay. Sounds like he got a pretty good timeline there. But I don't know about them giving us anything back. That's one thing I got to see. I got to see to believe.
Yo, what is that?
Hey, Bobby.
What is that?
Whoa.
Gone back, I close them again. See it there? I three of them, what that? Mama, you have video? That phone I know have video good. I will for them, mama. Zoom up it. What the fuck look there? Shit, me know me should carry next phone in a man. See them there, what them there? What them there? Boom up clear, what them there? What them there? What them there? Mama, what them there?
Yeah, nah. You know what's weird? Why all the big, the good sightings of UFOs are always seen in Mexico? What the hell's so special about Mexico? Why we ain't seeing them here in America? I think they need to bring their ass here first. That's just me though.
Sage?
Yes.
You know what sage do?
Get rid of negative energy.
You know, so sage, what sage do, sage purify shit. It cleans shit.
Okay.
It's like the switch, right? But it's better than the switch. It kill invisible shit that you can't see, right? But that ain't shit, right? It's probably doing that because Trump dropped 5 million flies, right? So if somebody dropped 5 million flies, we gotta light a volcano that's full of sage, right? Because I don't think you understand this is a spiritual world, and it's kind of like everybody think that it's a physical world, right? Everybody think that they making choices, like I told you before, and everybody think that everything is matter, but it's not matter. So what the fuck matter, goddess? What matter? I don't know. I'm confused.
Okay. Do you believe it has like a significance?
Believe. Come on, gang, don't disrespect me. Believe is what man think is true. I'm a prophet of God.
Okay.
But what'd you say? I answer the question.
What does it represent?
What do what represent?
The burning of the sage from the Grand Canyon.
I just told you what it represents. It represents purifying, right? Listen, I don't think you understand, right? We do not live on a...
It's better to be cremated. And I'm going to go into that. I don't recommend people being buried. At one time, I wanted to be buried because I didn't want my body to be burned up. But once I understood the science of it, plus I'm gone already, right? Once I understood the science of it, it's actually better to be cremated, family. It's better to be cremated. And I'm going to go into that. I'm going to tell you why. If you don't do the correct death rites over a body when they're buried, the body can slowly decay. And the person will literally walk around in a spirit world, the astral plane, for hundreds of years before they become conscious. That's right. They can walk around for hundreds of years, 100 to a few hundred years, depending on how fast their body decays, and they can become, you know, conscious. I mean, excuse me, and they won't conscious, right? They'll be walking around the astral plane like zombies. So this is why cremation is buried, because it will allow that spirit to go directly to where it needs to go in the astral plane, and it can stay there. And also it allows the person to wake up faster when they pass away. So the person will actually wake up consciously and know they're in the astral plane when the body's cremated, and it gets rid of all the energies left over in the body after death. There's a lot of negative energies that's left over in the physical body after a person dies, right? So you're burning all that stuff up when you cremate it. I recommend people being cremated over buried. It's just the best thing to do, family.
He says this, but then for thousands of years, ancient Egyptians buried their loved ones and ancestors. Look, I ain't never died, but I do understand one thing is intention. And intentions are vibrations, and your voice is vibration. If you speak your intentions, whether that be over a deceased loved one or trying to make change in your life, you can literally turn those intentions into manifestations. If you say something more than enough, why do you think they had the movie Candyman? In order for you to, you know, conjure him up, you had to say his name 5 times. That was an affirmation. That was an intention, because you did it and said it with intention. So if you say positive stuff like, I am cancer free, if you say it 5 times every day, your body, the cells in your body picks up that positive vibration, but you have to say it with intention. And what intention is that you have to know it, you have to feel it, you have to believe it. I know that if I say that I wish my father, my deceased father, a great, easy, swift, and speedy journey on his journey to the spiritual realm, and I hope that a deceased loved one or ancestor meet him there to help guide him through. I'm saying that with intention because I want his journey to be smooth. And because I said that with intention, it's more likely to happen because the spiritual realm is built on frequency. The spiritual realm is of the mind, and the mind is matter, and matter is frequency. So you have to understand that intention is everything. Manifestation is everything. What bro talking about, you don't have to burn a body. You literally don't, because the body is going to go back into the earth regardless. So you speak with intention. I know that was kind of lengthy, but I just want to get that out there.
There's a talk about soul. If we're interested in our soul somehow, how do we have a soul? How does this container hold a soul? That was a strange conversation. I thought, man, that's the weird stuff people talk about on this base.
Well, that is critical. This is the most critical of all the subjects that you have mentioned. Can you describe where you were and who you were talking with or listening to about the containers and the souls?
I was sitting outside of my office, smoking a cigarette at the table with all the guys from the 732nd, the communication guys that listen to people talk. There was a couple of officers there. There was a first lieutenant and a second lieutenant, and then I believe there was a lieutenant colonel. They were talking about how these beings from another planet were interested in our soul. How did our soul get in our body, and how could they extract our soul? How did it fit? Did they move the soul to another vessel? Stuff like that. It was crazy. But I just listened, and it started to make some sense that these beings from another planet are interested in our soul, and how it fit in the container, and they could repair our containers and do all kinds of stuff to us, but they couldn't get our soul. They wanted to know how to capture the soul.
And the person telling this knew this information because why?
Because he worked in the Cunha Tunnel, and he was one of the officers that listened to otherworldly communications, and he had, I think it was 18 years of service in intelligence. So when you get to a certain level of intelligence, you've already been around the block and been a lot of places. So he knew firsthand that they were looking to find out how to get our souls out of our body, if they could capture our soul. It was very interesting to them.
And did this person who was talking, who was working in the Cunea Tunnel, say that that implied that the humanoids in charge of the Greys and the ones that had made these 4 experiments of standing up primates, of which we Homo sapiens sapien are the 4th, that those humanoids do not have souls?
Didn't say anything like that, but you know what? It made you wonder, how are they so interested in their soul? I don't know. He didn't say. He just said they were extremely interested in our souls, and that this was an Earth school. We were on an Earth school. Our souls were in school. So how this is where our souls came to learn. And they wanted to know how to get our souls, the knowledge of the souls, or something that we've learned in this lifetime.
That we're containers. That's how supposedly the aliens look at us. That we are nothing but containers. Containers of? Containers.
I'm so sick of these people that claim they talk to fucking aliens. I really am. But hey, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it here. You can believe what you want to believe. I choose to believe otherwise. Why are these people so goddamn special that aliens come talk to them? Why they ain't come and talk to us? And they claim that they make contact and all these different things right here, and they know that these people on the way by way of a telescope that can't really identify what the hell it is, because the pictures that we see, I'm sure, are the same pictures they see, and the pictures that we see, it looked like a goddamn star. It looked like a goddamn star. And then on other pictures, it looked like a goddamn car with a bunch of rainbow lights. So I don't know. But y'all got to get in there and let me know what the hell y'all think, because I don't know. It's really weird. We live in a world that is bombarded with fucking propaganda. You don't know what's real and what's fake. So you basically just have to keep pushing through life, expecting the unknown every day. But I don't want to make it too lengthy. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. And with that being said, like I always say, do what you will with that information. And remember, challenge the argument and not the person. I'll catch y'all in the next one.